Welcome to Fishing the Arrowhead. Today we'll be in search of brook trout on various streams from St. Louis County up to Lake County. We're going to start on the Cloquet River, and if that doesn't pan out, we're going to try the Breda Creek and some different creeks down by the Whiteface Lake. A lot of these designated trout streams don't have a lot of improved bank access, so they might be holding some big brook trout that people don't fish very often. So we'll see how it goes, and if we don't catch many fish, at least it'll be a nice day in the woods. Brook trout are finicky fish that don't like the sunlight, so hopefully it'll be a cloudy day, and sometimes take several upon several casts in the same area to even get one to bite. Alright, we're on the Cloquet River. The spot that we were in earlier just produced a couple bites, but the river's pretty high from spring melt yet. Had a real wet spring, real cold spring, so the rivers really haven't receded yet. So we moved down the Cloquet to try a different spot. We found a calm area, but it's not really producing much fish. I think we might end up moving over to Mackey Creek or Breda Creek, which are both off of 15 as well. Kind of the things that we're using here is MEPS #1 spinners, good spinners, black, gold, white. You can also use a small shallow running Rapala, which I'm using here. What you want to do when you're trout fishing is to cast upstream and then basically almost reel as fast as you can with the current. Usually produce some fish. If you can find a improved bank or banks that are undercut, that's usually where your trout are going to be holding, sitting in there waiting for food to be coming by. Usually if you have clear water and you can see the trout, they'll almost always run out from the bank and hit your lure. Just not a lot of luck yet. There isn't a lot of improved bank access on the Cloquet, which makes for hard walking. As you can see down here, just a lot of alder brush coming through. We might give this spot a try for a little while longer, but I think we're going to end up moving to a smaller creek and try to fish some eddies and pools. What you want to look for is shallow water, and then a spot where the small creek will open up into eddies, and that's usually where your fish will be holding as well. Try to cast in those areas 2 or 3 casts and then keep moving. That's kind of the name of the game with trout fishing, is to keep moving. We're just having some trouble moving here because the banks aren't real accessible. I think we're going to go try some smaller creeks where it's a little bit easier to access and we can actually wade in the water. The Cloquet drops off to a lot of deep spots. That doesn't make it easy for wading. But that's why they call it fishing and not catching, and we'll just keep trying away, keep plugging away. It's a nice day at least. Well, if you're out on Highway 2 or you're out in this area doing some fishing, or up by Isabella or wherever you're going, it's a good idea to stop by the White Pine Interpretive area. Some of these pines they figured 20 years old when the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. And there's I don't know, I'd say about a 20-acre parcel here of a lot of these trees that were saved from logging. And they definitely are some giants. They stretch this whole area here from Highway 2 all the way to Highway 1, which goes to Ely. This is kind of the thickest area of them, though, even though you'll see them the whole way down. But this is a nice little interpretive trail that tells a little bit about the trees, and a picnic area, and a place to get water too if you're out. You can see this tree's giant. Pat, I don't even know if Pat and I could get our arms around it. So, nice place to stop and bring your family for a picnic, or I like to stop here. It's just a nice, peaceful place to come eat lunch or come go for a walk in the woods. Well, we're out here trying it on Breda Creek, which is off of 16 as well, or County 15, whatever you want to call it. Not a very wide creek, as you can see here, but we'll give it a whirl. We're going to try these for a little bit, and if nothing pans out here, we're going to go down off of Highway 4 to some improved bank access that the DNR has done some work on. Probably have some better luck there, but it's pretty out here nonetheless, and Every now and then when you're fishing these unimproved areas where you can't get to easily, you come across little treasures like this. Somebody's old log cabin here. God knows how they got here. Nothing but swampland here.
Right now we're at Coolidge Creek. This came from Tower Creek down the road a little ways. Not too much success there. I did see one come swim right by me. I probably could have scooped him out of the water with my hands, but as far as catching, not too good. I guess Frank was up the stream a little ways. He had a nice brookie chasing after his rapala. Couldn't quite get him on though, so we'll keep plugging away here, see what we get.
Couple of turtles hanging out over there. Haven't had a lot of luck yet. We've probably fished about 5 different creeks so far. 3 of those creeks were pretty much a bust, just real wide spots in the swamp. But according to the DNR, they're designated trout streams in the northeast area. I guess one of my big tips would be, if you're going to come to this area to trout fish, try to find something with improved bank access. As you can see, this isn't improved bank access either, real tough to get to. Otherwise, head over towards the North Shore more. We've had a great time today just cruising some back roads, and being out in the woods, we've probably seen 50 deer, bald eagle, some turtles. It's just nice to get out here before fishing opener and spend some time on the water and cast a pole. But I haven't produced any brook trout yet. We're gonna keep trying here for a couple more hours and see what we can get, if anything. Everybody always says that muskies are a fish of 1,000 casts, but I would definitely say that trout are the same way. It takes cast after cast after cast after cast. You may not get one, and then all of a sudden you get to that 1,000 cast maybe, and you'll catch 4 or 5 in a row. An easy way to find trout streams in your area is to go to the Minnesota DNR website. They have maps of each designated trout stream and public access areas on those streams. Well, I guess we got skunked, but it was a great time to get out, cast a pole, and wet a line before opener. The cold, wet spring has caused a lot of streams and rivers in the area to be extremely high and running hard. This makes for tough trout fishing. Getting skunked is the name of the game some days, and we're not afraid to show a video of that. I guess a tip would be to try the streams on the North Shore. They have better bank access and are more fishable. Everyone have a great opener, and we'll see you next week.